Yo, it's ODB, our lifestyle podcast. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, you just did the flip through of 55 and 56. What are you doing? Let's talk about a key tie-in. I had mentioned Jeff Dawson in this issue. It didn't dawn on me until last night after I went through this flip through that the Tacoma was also his. I had tagged him on a separate post, a photo I had shared, and he actually chimed in. And I said, dude, how's ironic that you just chimed in on a post and I just did this flip through and your Tacoma was in it. And he gave me some cool intel. So let's look at it. These are the type of things I try to figure out. You guys know from watching these flip throughs, and we couldn't do it without the club mates and enthusiasts and showgoers and the people that read the magazine. So thanks to everyone that continues to support and watch. So I had mentioned, if I remember correctly, and I'm using one of Tony Boss Boland's Death Row Lincoln deals as my little play saver. So I believe I had mentioned Jeff Dawson, his Astrovan, when I did the flip through on this one, right? So his Astrovan, so he chimed in and he said, this is a cool fact. This van was shot at Spring Splash 95, right? So this is, although this is July 96, we know, especially in that era, they did sit on features. I think magazines still do that sometimes from time to time for whatever reason. Back in these days, you had to have a sheet that you filled out. It could have been a number of things of why it didn't run. But Spring Splash 95, okay? Jeff's van is shot, and it runs in July 96. Double take, right? So we talked about it. Rest in peace, Kane Morris, the Hack Shack. And, I had mentioned that it was definitely one of the earlier severed vehicles that had been featured, right? So very cool. I had mentioned this, July 96. So when I did the flip through last night, again, it didn't dawn on me until afterwards. I was like, well, man, there's another severed vehicle just 1 month later, kind of in the earlier days. And Jeff had chimed in on a post that I had tagged him, as I believe I mentioned, with a photo. And I was like, crap, that was Jeff's double take, right? So here's the ironic thing. His two different vehicles, probably the only time, I would say definitely going from memory, this is the only time it happened. Keep me honest, of course. One truck runs in one issue. The next issue, his Tacoma runs. This was shot at Spring Splash 96. So Spring Splash 95 feature runs in July 96. Spring Splash 96 runs in August 96. So I want to give a huge shout out to Jeff. I will post a photo that I took of with him on November 2nd, 2015, I believe, at the Mini Truck Hall of Fame, kind of pre-SEMA kickoff deal. Double take, again, I gave some love to this truck. Dude, you think about having a newer style truck. He said by the time I had tagged him in a photo of the van, he said, of course, that was long gone. It had been sold, and he had already moved on to the Tacoma, which you see here. But pretty awesome stuff. I had mentioned you can see the severed logo there in the bed interior, and then you can see it right there as well. So pretty cool stuff. Then you got the pop-out windows, of course. But how awesome is that to literally have, just imagine having one feature, right? And you're like, man, my truck's in a magazine, this is back in 96. And then the next issue comes and you're like, oh, by the way, my Tacoma's now running as a feature that was shot earlier this year. I just think it's pretty awesome. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jeff. I know he has been obviously a mini trucker for a long time. This is 25 going on literally 26 years ago now. If you think about July 96, we're now in 2022 July. So shout out to everybody that continues to watch these flip throughs. I really appreciate it. I'm going to continue through doing as many as I can, so keep it posted. If you tap the bell notification, you'll get the notification on your iPhone or Android device when I post new videos. And of course, I do these on my own time. So if you can leave a thumbs up, a comment, share these with the homies or in any of the key Facebook groups to say, hey, check these guys out. Really appreciate it. Much love. We got to keep Mini Truckin' alive. You know how we do. ODB, we got you. Peace.